This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Icy conditions Friday morning led to multiple wrecks and I-90 being closed over Snoqualmie Pass for much of the day. State officials say Washington is near normal levels of snowpack after one of the slowest starts in 30 years.
The Entiat Tigers boys basketball team played their first game of the new year at home on Thursday night against their upriver rivals, the Pateros Billy Goats. If you like to ski and always wished that some of the playthings in your pet hamster's cage were people-sized so you could try them out for yourself.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
Icy conditions Friday morning led to multiple wrecks and I-90 being closed over Snoqualmie Pass for much of the day. The highway was shut down about 5:30 a.m. in both directions due to at least 6 collisions on westbound I-90 and a fatal collision on eastbound involving 4 semi-trucks and a car. The westbound lanes were reopened at about 2 p.m., but eastbound lanes remained closed to clear the collisions and an oil spill. The State Department of Transportation was expected to re-evaluate the eastbound lanes at 6 p.m. before opening the highway. Rain is expected on Snoqualmie Pass Friday night before snow showers return over the weekend. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by...
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
State officials say Washington is near normal levels of snowpack after one of the slowest starts in 30 years. The Department of Ecology says statewide mountain snowpack reached 94% of normal earlier this week. That's a large improvement over earlier this month when the state sat at just 35% of normal. Ecology officials say at this point they are optimistic, but conditions may turn warmer and drier in the coming months. Officials say Snoqualmie Pass has usually had about 150 inches of snowfall by the end of December, but of the last week only about 93 inches had fallen. There is still a lot of winter remaining with a wide range of possible outcomes before the end of the snow season, which is usually around early April. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by...
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
The Entiat Tigers boys basketball team played their first game of the new year at home on Thursday night against their upriver rivals, the Pateros Billy Goats. After a start that saw both squads shooting look as icy as the roads were to begin the day around north central Washington, Entiat finally heated up and paced the play in the opening quarter by going on a 13-3 run to lead by a dozen after the first 8 minutes. In the second quarter, Pateros finally began to thaw out from the field thanks to the efforts of players like junior guard Ethan Friels and sophomore guard Aiden Hall. But the Tigers continued to put up points with gritty interior play from junior forward Cameron Eisenhard and junior guard Ty Tran to lead by the count of 33-18 by halftime. The Billy Goats began the second half with a 7-2 run, which briefly trimmed the Entiat lead to under double digits, but it didn't take long for the Tigers to start filling up the bucket once again and to step up their defensive play, and by the time the third quarter ended, Entiat's lead was back to 14 points. From there, the two teams traded a nearly equal set of jabs until the clock ran out in regulation and found the Tigers with a 57-42 victory. Ty Tran led all scorers in finishing the game with 24 points. Entiat's win propelled them to an overall mark of 6-4 on the season. The Tigers' next game will be in Wilson Creek against the Devils next Tuesday. Reporting for iFIBER 1 Sports, I'm Chris Hansen. If you like to ski and always wished that some of the playthings in your pet hamster's cage were people-sized so you could try them out for yourself, then you might want to head up to Mission Ridge Ski and Board Resort as soon as possible to try out their new fun park. The new attraction opened this week after a brief period of construction which began in mid-December. Mission Ridge General Manager Josh Jorgensen tells iFIBER 1 News that the park is located just adjacent to the Bowl Park and is designed to be fun for all ages. The park features rollers, a bump track, and a bank turn course, as well as a series of tunnels and overpasses which utilize large-scale industrial construction materials. Jorgensen says the park is already proving to be a big hit with patrons of the resort and that there are already plans to expand its offerings for wintertime fun in the future. Reporting for iFIBER 1 News, I'm Chris Hansen.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.